This is gonna be how I did it, how I landed the job in tech as a software and game developer. Very, very lucky and fortunate for this opportunity I've been given. But how did I do it in just a month? A single month. Really, it was about a month and 3 weeks. If you add in the 3 weeks it took me to build the portfolio and projects on the portfolio. But really, it was about a year and a few months if you want to go back to when I started learning how to program. But with just applying wise, it took me a month to get a job, which is pretty, it's not unheard of, but it's, definitely a rare situation. So how did I do that? It really just came down to the way I presented myself on LinkedIn. I was constantly uploading content, video content specifically. That's how I got the interview, was uploading video content, going over code that I had made in the past. And that's all. And that's really what got me, I think, this job. And also, did well in the interview. So it comes down to that too. And there's certain ways you should answer questions in these interviews. I feel like if you don't know something, then you should express that, and I did. I was like, well, I've never done this before, what you're asking me to do, so I would have to Google it, but here's maybe what I'm thinking. And so I'd express that in the interview, and I think that was a big game changer. Me expressing like, hey, I don't freaking know that. I'm gonna have to Google it. And then he asked me specific questions on my full stack project I made, specifically with what I did with passwords. And I told him that I used Bcrypt for passwords, and he was impressed with that. He said he was really thankful that I answered the question like that, because it lets him know that I actually do research. I don't just copy and paste and finesse. So that was really cool. It's like all my hard work really did pay off, and it showed in the interview. And I think that's really how I got the job. A ton of hard work, mastering the fundamentals of coding, which you don't need to do to get your first job. But it's definitely, I think it's going to make getting your first job a lot easier. This was the first interview I've had, and I think I nailed it. I mean, I got the offer, so, contract signed, start tomorrow. But I think, it really did pay off, all the hard work I put in. The 2,000 hours I've spent coding on my own. And it's really crazy. It's still surreal. Cannot wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow will let me know, okay, I'm actually here. I'm actually working here. But yeah, first interview, first job offer. I mean, that's crazy to me. I've spoke to people who were applying for 4 to 6 months, went through dozens of interviews, dozens of assessments, and it's crazy. And I feel like, it sucks, because I feel like they could be doing better. And my marketing experience does give me an edge. I will admit that it gave me a massive edge, just because I know how to present myself, and I know marketing and stuff, and I know what, I'm trying to sell myself, and I know how to do it. But I did not finesse, though. That's one thing I didn't do. There's a difference between selling yourself and finessing. When you finesse, there's fluff. And fluff is bullshit. And I'm very against fluff. So I think I did a really well job selling my skills, letting him know where I was at mentally. He picked up on it. I got the job. you know, and if you're at a point where you're not mastering, or you've not like mastered the basics, you know, then, and you still want to apply, I mean, go ahead and still apply, because it's it's junior and entry level. You don't need to know everything. I still have a ton of stuff to learn. I just have mastered the basics of programming. Like when I say I mastered fundamentals, I'm talking about the straight up basics. You know, like loops, tables, and then also like all that stuff, functions, all that stuff, module scripts, you know, just arguments. I mean, everything that goes into programming and all that basic stuff that you just need to know, that transfers over from language to language. That's what I'm talking about when mastering the basics. And then once you get to that point where you've mastered the basics and you can start kind of creating your own logic, that's kind of where I'm at. You know, and there's still a shit ton to learn, but you're always going to be learning in this industry. Nobody knows everything. You know, there's going to be seniors that learn every day. So, yeah. All right, though. Hope this video was helpful. Peace.